All right, guys, welcome to the Media Hijacked podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris, Unholy Jesus.
Hello, universe. What's good?
Welcome, guys. Welcome, time travelers. I see you guys in the chat.
Hell yeah, welcome.
Shoddy
welcome.
Rich came from 96.
Hell yeah.
Tupac said, what up?
What up?
Tupac died in 96.
I think so. I don't know. I was a kid and I found out late at night when he died.
Fun fact about Tupac. The last hotel he stayed at was the Luxor Hotel, the Pyramid,
I think it was say Cecil.
Las Vegas.
Oh, Luxor Hotel?
Yep. And that's where that was the place I stayed at the last time in Vegas, was the Luxor Hotel.
I don't know why I kept thinking he stayed at MGM.
No,
No, that's where the fight was at, I think.
that's
That's where the fight was at, okay.
Yeah, but he stayed at the Pyramid.
Yeah.
That place felt weird, man. It had a weird ass energy.
Tupac still walking through there. Like, dude, I feel like I can spit a freestyle right now. Holy shit.
The only reason why I booked it there was because they had a esport thing inside the casino.
Okay.
Like where you could play fucking PC games and shit.
Oh, shit.
It was pretty cool. I was like, man, let me see what this shit looked like.
That was dope?
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice. Very
Yep.
nice.
And then it was like right next to the convention, so it worked out.
Hey, everybody wins.
All right, guys. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about time travelers and a bunch of stories about time travelers and, shit that kind of make you think, hey, are these people time travelers?
Are they legit?
Or is it just, just one of those things that's like, I don't know. It's just a coincidence.
Yeah.
All right, let's get started. Oh, before we get started, if you guys want to buy some t-shirts, head over to themediahijack.com. Grab you a shirt that Chris is wearing right now. And then also, if you guys want to catch a replay of the Twitch show, just head over to our YouTube page, and you guys can watch the replay. Also, catch us on Reddit. We're gonna try to post more shit on Reddit just to keep you guys active, because I know some of the people do post some cool shit, like from Mandela. They're posting stuff about the bear and stuff. The Bernstein Bears, like one spelling this way, and then the other spelling is on the tag. That was fucking cool.
C-3PO robots.
Yeah.
The silver leg.
That's
Oh,
cool. So
shit.
if you guys want to just hit up our subreddit, and if you want to recap the show or talk about the show later, run it.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to rate and subscribe. Give us a comment and give us that 5 stars.
Please.
That's all we want.
Please. We ain't asking for much.
Jeremy in the house. We got Terry in here too.
Yo.
Shit, where Terry at, man? Log in, buddy. Terry's like, man, I want to jump in on this time traveling shit.
Time travel roll call. Let's go.
Let's go, dude. I told Chris to get some beer because I was like, I'm
feeling
kind
it.
of sleepy today.
Oh.
I need something to wake me up,
For real? Okay. I'm glad I was able to help out with that shit.
Hell yeah.
Then when I saw, I was like, oh, we going back to the old days. He's like, grab a six pack. I'm like, oh, we going back
Get
to
some
that.
Jameson too.
He's like, oof.
Pause the podcast and we got to go drive to the gas station.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's get started.
All right.
All right, first time traveling story. So this happened back in January 28, 2003. So the SEC, the people that do the exchange, they're responsible for protecting investors and shit. They were called by the FBI. No, they called the FBI to investigate this one dude in 2003 that made an investment of $800. And in 2 weeks, he gained $350 million in the stock market.
Oh,
In
shit.
2003. So this is like red flag to like, dude, how the fuck this guy gained so much while everybody was fucking dying? This one dude made all these fucking perfect stock investments. It's just like high risk stocks and shit.
Yeah.
And with only $800, he gained $350 million.
Damn, so they probably like inside trading or some shit. Or who's he know?
Yeah, they're like, dude, how did this guy end up gaining like so much amount of money in a short amount of time? So they told the FBI to investigate this guy because, they just said, okay, this guy's involved in a whole bunch of insider trading.
Okay.
So then they investigated this dude. The FBI sat him down for 4 hours. They squeezed his nipples a little bit. Shell shock was good.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, they squeezed the dude's nipples. It's like, okay, I'll tell you what happened. It's like, I'm a time traveler.
That's after they put the little battery clamps on it. Like,
Yeah, they're like, push it. Like, wait, hold on. So he told them like he's a time traveler. He came from the year 2256.
oh, then he went.
I was like, goddamn.
Damn, I was not expecting that answer.
Yeah, maybe he would have said 2056.
I'm like, okay, maybe. But
I
still
like-
been close as fuck though.
Yeah. And then he said, like, in their town, they knew that the stock market was like, in 2003, everything was all volatile. So he knew that shit was going to go down. So he traveled back to that town to get that money. But I think he had to do like some other mission shit. But I think the 350 million, I think it went into something else to, like, into another company to get something going in the future.
Kind of jumpstart the program for maybe
CRISPR.
time travel. I was thinking about that's how he got the time travel machine built to go back in time. Twist.
And then he was like, they're like, okay, prove that you're not lying. And then he actually told them where Osama bin Laden, the locations was at. He told them their location. He told them the cure for AIDS. He told them the exact date of the Iraq invasion. All that shit, he gave them this is in 2003.
Okay.
So he gave them all the dates for that, including the cure for AIDS
And where Osama bin Laden's at,
and the Iraq evasions.
So what happened with the cure for AIDS? What happened with that shit? Did they just like
What happened to who?
the cure for AIDS? You said he gave him the cure for AIDS, or
Yeah, that shit's locked up in a vault. It's actually something like really natural that you can eat.
like a baby? You about to say something fucking
I
crazy?
don't know. No. It's like something we can all eat and shit. I don't know what it is. I'm just guessing it's something that's just obvious, you know? Just ask somebody like their diet that don't have AIDS and that's 100 years old. Ask them what the hell they were doing the whole time. And then just do what they do. That's how you live long. Yeah.
There you go.
Ask the old person how they survive. They'll tell you. Then just do what they do.
They're like this one guy, this old black dude. I think he's like maybe like 109 or some shit. Excuse me. They had asked him before. They were like, he's like, "Hey, sir, how'd you live to be this young? Stupid news ass people." And he's like, "Yeah, I wake up every day. I have me like a glass of whiskey and my cigar every morning, and I've been doing it for like 75 years." And I'm like, okay, maybe it works for him. So shit,
Guess we got to get some whiskey.
Let's get on it.
Yep.
J-Mo, where you at?
Yeah. I think everything's all in balance and shit. He probably just take like one shot of whiskey.
Yeah, it's not like
Didn't throw anything off.
Yeah, it's like not in excess. I'm sorry, not too much in excess. Just
Yeah.
a little like shot to get the morning started and keep it moving.
That's all you need. So the FBI, they didn't believe this guy. So they end up he went to court, right? And then the judge was like, "Yeah, we're not buying none of this story." So they set his bail to like $1 million.
Oh, shit,
$1 million.
Damn, you think he killed somebody? What the fuck?
I know, right? Like, come on, he just beat the stock market, and then he get a 1 million bail. He has to go to jail for that.
That's how they treat you when you go against the man.
Yeah,
that's how they get you.
Yeah, I will be like, guys, prove it that I did something that was illegal. Man. They couldn't prove shit, but then he has to go to jail for fucking beating the system.
Hey man, hey,
can't beat a time travel.
I've been like boop boop beep boop. When I went back to 2256, I like got the fuck out of there. Like these people are crazy.
Yeah. So then, like 2 months later, somebody anonymous bailed him out. The 1 million, and then they said that dude was never seen again. He just disappeared.
Damn.
Because they asked him, where's his time machine at? It's like, I can't tell you where my time machine is at. Like, that shit is too risky. You guys are going to mess up everything.
Like, y'all already fucking me over right now. What do you think I'm going to tell you about my time machine? I'm already in jail.
So many, like, funny-ass time traveling stories and shit.
Chaotic, man.
Hear about the other one where the dude, he was, like, super drunk and shit, and the cops fucking caught him, but then they asked him, "Hey, where are you coming from?" It's like, "Oh, I'm a time traveler, and I'm supposed to drink a lot of beer so I can travel."
I mean, what can you tell him, man? What can you tell him, man?
I can prove it.
Close your eyes. When you open it, I'll be gone.
Yeah.
He just dips off. Yeah, man. Fuck it. I mean, I was watching a movie the other day too. I haven't seen this movie in a minute, and I always diss this franchise for being inconsistent.
Pixar.
And I still think it is. I like the X-Men movies with like Bryan Singer and shit. I didn't realize this till the other day. I didn't realize how good this movie was till the other day. And it was like X-Men Days of Future Past, which basically like they take, one of the main characters, Wolverine, and they send him back to, I think it was like the 60s or some shit, to prevent the rise of like these machines that are going to kill all the mutants and shit like that. He's supposed to stop all that shit from happening, right? But how they did it so much is where I think about with time travel. I used to think like, human man or woman gets in the machine takes that person's body and mind and everything back into whatever time they want to go to, right? Where in that movie they show like you're sending their conscious back into their younger selves. And so I guess like in that time travel laws of that universe, it's kind of like you can't time travel past the point that you were born because your consciousness can only fit within inside your own body. That's I guess it's like that's supposed to fit to, unless it's like quantum leap type shit. But that's a whole other thing. But yeah, it's kind of like so they took Wolverine's consciousness and then they took it out of his body and they placed it back in his body from like the 60s or 70s or whatever the fuck. I think it's like the 70s in his 1970s body. So he woke up younger and shit like that. He didn't have no metal claws. He had like bone claws. So it was like basically like.
But he knew everything from the future.
Yes, everything that happened in the future. Yeah, so he's like, okay, I get why I'm here. Well, I think in the movie it might have been he's kind of fuzzy. He's kind of like, I remember bits and pieces, but
Is this why we have a lot of gifted kids? Sometimes like they know more information than they should.
maybe like that. Yeah, whatever it's like that. You mean like how like that one boy was like, I didn't know how to fly planes, and
No,
he was like a
like,
pilot in World War II.
Like the super smart kids that's like fucking graduating college at 5.
Oh shit, like smart guy.
Yeah.
I don't
Like
know.
they already had knowledge already.
Oh, I'd be like reincarnation. That's like, yo, you old man. You're old man in this toddler's
Like,
body.
Your brain too big, child.
Too big for that body, little man.
Little too much knowledge, man. You got to be from the future.
Do you want to be a 5-year-old? I got you. Yeah,
Imagine
so
that, born with like a fucking all that knowledge. I mean, we are born with all that knowledge anyway. It's just like we unlock it like the stages we go through in life and shit.
yeah, you gotta get that XP, man.
Some people,
And you have to pick what slots you want to put it in.
yeah,
But you gotta be careful.
You gotta pick what skills you want. Put your attributes on whatever.
You'd be like,
Stamina.
put all my attributes into being a doctor, and then you want like selling weed for like a job.
They put it all in intelligence and shit,
You're right.
but the dexterity is all low.
Yeah, they.
Ah,
Oh, hey.
it's all unbalanced and shit.
You gotta make the right choices, man. But no, so this was like this is thing I came across at times like with time travel and Deja Vu. And I came across this on Reddit today. I was like, okay, this might be a good read. And I always had this theory too, where I think when it comes to all of us, in a certain type of way, we are time travelers, and in our own ways, I guess, or maybe just like multi-universal travelers, because that's why a lot of people sounded like, hey, like, why do we get cases of deja vu? Like we've gone through this. Are we repeating a cycle again that we've already done before? Or is it matching up to another Earth and another universe that's very similar to ours, but with differences in it type shit?
I think like what deja vu is like we're seeing like something on like a different reality before we see it happening. Maybe we saw it happen in that reality.
Oh, from the other side, yeah.
Because like the time is like off a little.
Yeah, because there's a guy I was reading like excuse me, I was reading this story on Reddit, and this dude was like, he had this story about how he gets it every now and again. In case of deja vu, but like say like he'll be in the shower, right? Taking a shower, and he'd be like reaching for like shampoo, and then right before he gets shampoo, he's like, wait a minute, well I feel like I've done this before, but I reached for the other bottle instead, like. But it was like a different type of shampoo, not the one I'm grabbing now, something like that. He's like, this ain't the same brand that, like, I remember a different brand last time I was up here grabbing something. But he always gets the same brand, though. That was the thing. He's like, kind of that wave, the two worlds occupying the same space, the frequencies and shit
He
kind of mixing
glitching
up.
out.
He's like, oh shit, like, this ain't the.
He better update his software
Yeah, you got to, man.
before he fucking died.
You get left behind, man.
Or like, do you ever go into a room and then you forget where the light switch is at?
That's never happened to me before, though.
It only happened in this room with me. I'm like, where the fuck is the light switch at?
Who built this bitch?
It's like, I've been here for too long not to know where side the light switch is on. Yeah.
I've never had that. That's been.
I was like, I'm like a stranger in here, you know? It's like, where's my light switch at?
Now, walking in the room forgetting that I was supposed to grab something, hell yeah, all the time.
I think everybody.
I think that's pretty normal, man.
That happened to me just before you came. I went to go in the kitchen. I was like, what the hell am I doing here?
What the fuck am I here? And I'm like, watch. As soon as I go back to the other room and sit down, I'm going to remember, and I got to get the fuck back up.
Shell Shock says, I've heard that deja vu is the universe letting you know you're on the right path.
Oh.
Says, I had deja vu with that shit that went down at the
Spetsnaz?
Minas and Spetsnaz. What is that?
Spetsnaz. Was that Russian Spetsnaz?
It's a
Help
Russian,
me, shell
or
shock.
like a Russian base.
I can't. No, it's not a. It's a Spetsnaz, like a spy.
Oh,
So
he's
it's
a spy. Shell shock is a spy.
No, I'm trying to think of what Spetsnaz is. I don't
Oh,
know.
so we about to call some people
Is
out.
it German or Russian? I think that might be German Spetsnaz.
Gonna have SWAT kick your door down.
No.
We got a Russian spy in here.
I don't know nothing.
Hide your kids.
Fuck, I forgot what I was about to say now.
You said something about Deja Vu.
With the universe.
Kangistan.
Oh, Kyrgyzstan. Yes. And Russian troops. Oh, okay. Oh, Manas. I couldn't see it from here. What is this? What did it say before? Manas? How did you say? Oh, I think he said Minas. Oh, that's what. Oh, he spelled it wrong. Okay, Manas. Okay, yeah, Kyrgyzstan. That place was dope. Okay, yeah, and Russians, yeah, specialized Russian troops. Man, what the hell? How'd you?
Do your story, Chris.
Sorry.
You're losing me.
Sorry, my bad. No. So what are you saying? Like with Deja Vu and the universes, that's like the same thing. One guy was reading an article before too. This is guy, 23-year-old dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lived out. This is back in like 2015. Lives out, across the pond in Britain and
Britain. That's the spot.
And so he suffered from a weird. His deja vu was like extremely severe, where to the point where he couldn't watch television
because he knew how it ended.
He's like I feel like I'm going through this emotions already. Like he was having a deja vu within a deja vu within a deja vu.
Ooh.
And he eventually had to get like help from it. He had to go to the hospital for it, like some kind of psychiatric center. And he wound up going in, and the doctors wound up like test him and ask him questions and all that. He talks about he's like, yeah, well, there's like, well, have you ever done like any drugs before? And he's like, no, but then he's like, okay, I did drugs once. I think it's like when he's in college. He had took LSD in college once, and I guess even like the people that was doing like the testing on him was like, okay, we can see where it may be a contribute to why he's having these deja vu episodes if he constantly takes it. But he only took it once, and then maybe that might be a lasting effect from it or something. But either way, this guy feels like he's stuck in this endless fucking time loop, and they can't figure out, like, they're trying to say like, okay, maybe built up to like his anxiety or whatever. And he swears up and down that's not the case. He's like, I'm doing this shit over and over again. Like, I'll read the newspaper. That's why he refuses to watch TV, get on the internet, interact with people, because he feels like he's gone through this motion so many times before. So it's like, I'm having a deja vu that I've done this before, but I'm also having a deja vu that I remember. I'm remembering that I remember I went through this before, and then I'm remembering that I went through this before. So it's like, it's driving him fucking crazy, man. So I was like, yo, what if he's not stuck in a loop? What if he's actually stuck in a time loop? But to the doctors and shit, they're like, there's nothing wrong over here. You're not in a time loop. But of course, they're not going to realize it because they're in the loop. But what if he's like, I was trying to think of it early, like a piece of gum stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoe. Like, the more you step on it, the more it just gets squished out and expand, and it's harder to get out, so you got to get a stick. What if he's just stuck like in between time or some shit? Because he's like, this dude's like losing his fucking mind over this shit.
Man, I would go crazy.
Yeah, and he's like, oh my God, like, I've done all this before, like, everything I'm doing.
It's like the ultimate Groundhog Day.
And the best way he described it too, he's like, he felt like, he's like, and he made a reference to this too, the 23-year-old guy. He was like, the best way I could describe it is like Donnie Darko on crack type shit. Or something like, he's like, I'm just going through these motions of like, I know exactly what I'm about to do, what's about to happen around me, and
why don't they put him on another LSD trip? See what happens.
Yeah, I would be just like, go like,
there's something wrong, like
balance it out. Brain. Yeah, we gotta balance some shit out in there. But it started with like, he took LSD once, and then they say it might not be. They claim it's not a contributing factor to why he's experiencing these episodes, but
it has something to do with the spirit world out. It's something's fucking with him on the other side.
Yeah, because he's like
letting him see shit like that.
Yeah, because he's like, he is out there, man.
Because there's this one. This is how I know. Like, well, I don't know. I don't want to talk about them because I'm gonna get in trouble.
Okay.
So let's continue.
All right. What else you got for time travel?
Oh yeah. All right. So another time traveling story. There's this man. He said he's from a country called Torrid. Remember this?
Torrid sounds familiar.
He's a Caucasian man. He has a beard. He look all grizzly, and he traveled to Japan. Right. He's actually at the Japanese airport. This was back in the 1950s.
Oh, is this the dude from the country that's not
Torrid, that doesn't exist?
Yes, okay. This is
right. This is a real story. It's all written down. It's all documented in Japan.
Legit shit.
1950s, Caucasian man walked into the Japanese airport saying, "Hey, I want to travel to so and so." They looked at his passport. They're like, "What what the hell is this? Like, it says you're from a country called Torrid that doesn't even exist on the map. They're like, is this a joke? But the passport looks real as fuck. He even has stamps from a whole bunch of different other countries. Like, it's like a legit looking passport. So they're like, okay, this guy, like, what are you, a spy? Like, we don't understand where your country's at.
Yeah.
So they took him. They took him to like a room to interrogate him. And then so they can figure out what the hell you know what country he's talking about. So then they showed him a map, right? They're like, okay, show us where your country's at. And then he was like, my country is like right there. And it's the country between France and some other country. Hold on.
Is it like another real country?
France and Spain.
Okay.
His country was in between France and Spain.
Even though the map says differently.
Yeah, it's like my country's right there. But the location he pointed at was actually a country that's named Andorra. It's a real country called Andorra.
This shit sounds magical as fuck.
Yeah, but he was like, oh no, that's my country. It's called Torrid, and it's been a country for like 1,000 years. They're like, nah, bullshit, you're a liar. So then they put him in a hotel room, right, with 2 guards guarding his door while they investigate it because they're thinking this guy could be like a threat to the country and shit. So they put him in a hotel room, locked up with 2 guards outside while they investigate. Next morning, this dude disappeared. Vanished. All the documents he had, the documents that show like where his job is at, where he worked at, which didn't exist. They looked up everything like, okay, this job doesn't exist. All the documents all disappeared. With the 2 guards blocking the door. And there's no way like his hotel, the room was like on the 7th floor. So there's no way he could escape out the window. There's no balcony, no nothing. It would have been instant death. So he just disappeared.
Unless he had a time machine.
Well, I don't think it's like a time machine. I think he just glitched in and out of the reality. So maybe he went back into like the hotel in his reality. Because he was confused too. He was like, wait, where am I? You know?
Oh, so maybe not so much a time traveler, but somebody from another Earth, maybe? Oh.
Yeah, he glitched in and out of the reality.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
That's cool, right? Like imagine if you
That
just
should be fucking scary as shit.
if you just popped in another reality and then you're like, hey, wait, this country don't exist? Or it's like almost the same thing like we did. Like we're in here, we're like, hey, the Bernstein Bears is Bernstein. But we stayed stuck in the reality, the fucked up one. We never went back.
We just this is what we stuck in now.
Like he went through like a minor version. We went through like a permanent version.
Oh.
On a mass scale.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, so it makes sense. Because at first I was thinking about, okay, he's a time traveler and he got stuck here, but nah, okay.
Robert said, watch Slider. Remember that Slider show?
While you was describing it, I was literally thinking about fucking Sliders. Are they supposed to be bringing it back too? I hope so.
They should just remake the shit.
I was thinking they should do it with new characters and then
Yeah.
maybe have the old people like show back up later.
Use the guy from Twilight,
Oh my God.
the vampire with the shiny chest.
What?
Got glitter on his face.
No, man. He does,
Dude, that dude is a good actor.
he does like indie movies though. He would never do Sliders.
He looked like a Slider character. Comb his hair to the side a little bit.
Get the werewolf motherfucker. He ain't got a job. That dude, what's his name? Jake?
No,
He
he's
ain't
too
got a job.
grizzly.
He ain't got a job.
So
Just
you
get
don't know how
him.
to act. It's not good. What is he, Lava Boy?
Just yes. See, you recognize him. He's Lava Boy. Just shell shot.
Let him be hungry.
K-Pax? Is that the one with Kevin?
Spacey.
Yeah, K-Pax. He's like the alien dude, I think. I've never seen it, but nah, man. No, man. He would be a horrible person for Sliders, man. Get man.
Shippers,
somebody.
what's good, dude?
What's up?
You got any stories?
Oh,
More time traveling stories.
not really so much of a story, but I remember this is like on a list of like this like weird time traveling moments. One of my favorite ones was like they showed like this is way back in the 90s, and it was Mike Tyson in the ring, and you see the iPhone dude, the dude with the camera phone.
Oh yeah.
In the audience, and they still can't explain that shit because there's been pictures throughout history where they show like, or maybe even on videotape where there's a lady walking down the street and you see her like bust out like she legit busts out like a fucking cell phone on camera, and they're like, who is this lady and how she got a cell phone in her hand? Because the way she holds the phone is definitely
You talking about the Charlie Chaplin movie?
yeah. And you see the lady in the background like boop, boop, bust it out, and I remember I watched the video they explained like, okay, this is what she had. It was like.
You have to explain because the people
Okay.
It's confusing.
Okay. So there's like this Charlie Chaplin movie that came out, of course, forever ago, right? Within the filming of this movie, in the background, you see a maybe like a background actress or whatever. It might have been like real people just walking around on the street. But you see a lady bust out like a fucking like cell phone, like some Captain Kirk type shit. She puts it up to her ear and she's just walking casually. And to this day, like nobody knows who this lady was, what she had in her hand, nothing. But
Yeah, it's a super old movie. Like I don't know, maybe 1920s before cell phones even existed.
way before.
And then you'll see like a lady walking, just walking around, and then she'll hold like a fucking like she's talking on a cell phone. And she looks down and then she's talking, and then like, what is she doing? Then if you look like a little deeper into it, they said like back then they used to have these devices called listening devices, where it's kind of like they put it like in their ear hole, and then they can listen to whoever they're talking to, and they can hear them a lot louder. But if you look at it, the reason for listening devices is to listen to the person you're talking to.
Yeah.
She's just fucking walking around like doing her thing, like she's not talking to nobody. And what is she listening to people's footsteps?
Shit.
So that didn't make sense.
Yeah, nothing makes sense about that one.
Another thing is that back then there's no cell towers.
So
how
what
is she
signal? Even if you had a device from, let's say even for shits and giggles, she's from the future. If there's no device that could pick up a signal, what would it be? Like,
You know what it was?
what?
The Dark Knight satellite that's been up there the whole time.
That shit.
Yeah.
So eventually in the future, we getting.
No, let's say we've been at satellites from the beginning of mankind.
I'm thinking about she's still a time traveler, and that's how they would send people back. If this is up there the whole time,
Either she's a time traveler or she just came across like new technology back then where she was just testing it out.
they found that shit on the sidewalk.
Because you know how they, like you said, they've been like holding on to technology and not releasing it to the public. Maybe even at that time, 1920, they already had cell phones and cell towers and satellites. Fucking,
Yeah, they've been holding on to that
they
shit.
had all that shit. They're already like playing PlayStation in the 1900s. They just needed developers to make games. They teach them, teach these guys how to fucking make games already. The aliens like, we're bored, man. Teach them how
Teach
to
'em.
do something.
Teach them.
They gave us like computer codes and shit.
Run it.
Final Fantasy.
Okay. So Deja Vu time travel, right? So go back to what I was saying before. Okay, so this dude I came across on Reddit, right? He winds up talking about how basically this is his Reddit that he posted. It says, hello, fellow time travelers. Hello. It says, I heard someone I was talking with in a chat room that deja vu is the product of accidental time travel where your memory has been erased, yet not all memories. And deja vu is a certain section of memory that has failed to be erased. Has always thought of deja vu as the lining up of an identical universe up until the point of diversion. He's like, any clues? And he was like asking questions and shit like that.
Yeah, there's so many theories on deja vu.
So much shit.
It could be like us dying and coming back to that save spot. Coming back to your save point. And like, oh shit, I kind of remember this shit.
Like, damn, I have 3 credits left. I gotta be careful. If I hit 0, I'm fucked.
Man, I had this one deja vu. You guys probably won't believe me because it's like a movie.
Oh, I'm listening. Let's go.
Where I'm watching a movie on Netflix. I was like, I've seen this already. Then I look at the date, it's like, it just came out. I was like, no way, I saw everything. I told the whole story of the fucking movie, dude. Everything that happened, I was like, okay, this is gonna happen, and then that dude is gonna get shot right there. Everything happened like what I said.
Exactly the same way.
And then I was like, there's no way, like I knew all that. So I was trying to find deeper, like, did I really watch this movie? Because I'm trying to find like the date, the real date that the movie got released.
Okay.
I never found it.
So the movie doesn't exist now.
No, it exists. I saw it early. I saw early release. Somehow I saw it.
Shit.
Yeah. That's a hardcore deja
Dude,
vu.
that's for real, man.
Man,
That is a movie.
why can't it be like that, like with lottery numbers?
Oh my god, yeah. Well, that shit will never kick in when we need it. Like,
Even if I had deja vu and saw lottery numbers, I wouldn't be able to like memorize it.
it's like if you driving, it's like up ahead's a cop, but you get pulled over. It's like boop, boop. You're like, man, why did my deja vu kick in at this moment? Like,
Excuse me.
oh shit, my time tingling senses are kicking in. Oh shit, there's a cop up ahead. Let me slow up.
Yeah, that Waze.
Waze, that's my way. That's how I use it now. Waze, yeah.
Terry says he says that's a good one, lining up of parallel universes.
Yeah.
They're just all stacked up like
All occupying the same spot.
like for infinity. Even
That's why people always asking me like, "Hey, do you believe in ghosts?" I'm like, yes, but I believe in like in the sense of where we're seeing something sometimes where people say like, hey, I saw this dude walking down the hallway. I turn the corner to go see the guy and he's gone. Like, motherfucker glitched out. That's what I be thinking. I'm like, because we all just occupy this one location. And sometimes
sharing the same space.
Sometimes some frequencies cross over a little bit, and you be like, man, I just saw fucking you in England. He's like, I just saw this queen walk up the steps, but she been dead for like 80 years. Well, she dead. She been dead for 80 years on our world. Maybe we just crossing over.
She actually alive over there.
Hey, so that we think we just occupy the same spot. Even the people who probably been dead in our universe, they exist somewhere else. So they living in the same house. Like, because I feel like a lot of times too, we occupy. I think the only time these glitches happen is when two worlds that occupy the same place. They're very similar in every kind of type of scale. Like, say, in our world, elephants are gray, but on their world, elephants are fucking blue or some shit. But that's the only difference they got. Everything else that's happened is like through history has always been the same. So it's like slightly similarities. Like mainly everything's all similar except for like a slightly few different things. So I feel like when it's close like that, that's when it kind of like crosses up wires. So say like if you see a ghost walking around a house, okay, yeah, on our world this dude is dead and there's a ghost walking around, but he's kind of glitching out, but he's actually alive on his world, still living in his house. You're just seeing a remnant of him from his world. That's what I be thinking sometimes. Like they're dead in our worlds technically, but they're still alive over there, walking around the house and shit. Doing daily chores, because they say like ghosts be doing like daily routines and shit, which would be a horrible afterlife. What if you was just like you're a ghost that's always working in the field, like and you just doing
what
that?
If we're like ghosts right now?
We could be, man.
We are in a pattern now. We do this every Tuesday.
That's true. Then you just flip this shit on his
I
head.
bet they're like, man, look at those stupid ass ghosts talking about ghosts, and then they're actually ghosts.
Yo, what's the Nicole? You ever see this movie with Nicole Kidman?
Eyes wide open.
No, it's a movie.
Eyes wide shut.
It's called The Others, man. It's a slow, slow ass movie, but at the end you find out like they're in this house, like, hey, like this house is being haunted.
They're haunted by them.
Yeah, they're haunting the house themselves, but the humans are living in the house. They just see it from the ghosts are seeing it from their perspective, like, mom, like fucking these windows keep opening up and shit's flying across the room, and come to find out, no, there's humans living in your house who are alive. You're dead. You can't really interact with them. What if it's like that? We in somebody's house right now, like, Mom, Dad, they're doing a podcast again.
I'm hearing it again.
Shit.
They're being racist. Damn.
They're talking about time travel.
Are they going to come here? Because there's sometimes where I would accidentally jump at my own shadow. Do you ever do that?
No.
Like, it actually, like, make my heart, like, drop because I thought it was, like, something. I was like, damn, I'm jumping at my own shadow.
This never happened to me. Maybe, like, when I'm, like...
I was like, here's my man card. Jumping at my own shadow and shit.
Rip that shit in half.
Yeah.
No, it's been happening to me, like, if I don't know, if I'm, like, walking down the steps and I miss a step, I'm like, oh, shit. And, like, that's me feel like I always feel like I'm falling to hell because that drop is so deep. If I just miss a step, I mean...
You count wrong.
I'm like, okay, it's
1, 2, 3, 4, 12. Oh, shit.
Shit. It's supposed to be 13.
Hell, I hit 12. It's only 7 steps, you know? Break your damn ankles.
What else we got for time travel? Because I got
Run it.
Hold on. Hold on. All right, so okay, so all right, this is the one I was looking at before. This is actually a pretty good one. All right, so this is an article from the Medium, medium.com, which is basically like a pretty good website. They talk about like paranormal shit or whatnot. And one article I came across was like how parallel universes may explain deja vu. And that wasn't loud at all.
Nothing happened. Go ahead.
It says, excuse me. It says how may deja vu be caused. It says the leading theory is that when a situation resembles another similar past situation, our brain simply believes we've already done something. In other words, it's basically like a simple mind trick. It's like, okay, you're perceiving that you may have done this before, which I think I explained this before in the last podcast. Is like when we talked about with
Mandela.
With Mandela and all that. It's kind of like a lot of people who think of memories don't think of it as kind of like, okay, a build up, and it's not like when you think of something in the past, it's like you're taking bits and pieces of memories that really did happen, and you combine them and stuff. So when you probably retell a story or you're thinking about the story again, it might be exaggerated a little bit or whatever.
It's
but
usually exaggerated.
Yeah, and you're not really going back in time starting from the beginning and running through the motions of everything that happened. You just think about like boom, like one thing that happened,
Like the main
one. Like for example, like when I was I used to live in Baltimore, right? I remember one day. I don't really remember like with this story. I remember it was like me and my mom, and we were walking down the street to like downtown Baltimore. We was going home, and then we walked up to the apartment front door of our apartment, and this dude comes running out. He had just broke in and just like ran past us and shit. I remember seeing his face and everything. And so years later, when I told my mom, like I had to be like maybe 3 or 4 back then, but I remember that shit. Like that was like my Bruce Wayne origin story when I was a kid. Like motherfucker like broke into my parents' apartment.
Oh, he broke into the house.
Yeah, we were coming up the steps, and he was like he was just opening up the door going to go in, and he saw us like oh shit, and he like ran past us.
Did he have like a mask on?
Nah, he was like just had like a hat, and that was it. Black dude, and I was maybe like 3 or 4 back then.
So he never made it in.
No, he was like he just like popped the shit open, and then we walking up steps. He was like, "Oh shit!" Ran past us, and so
what was the real story?
And that's still the same story, except for my sisters were there. I don't remember my sisters being there, but because I remember I told my mom like last year, but I was like, "Hey mom, like I remember this story back from I was like maybe 3 or 4, and this happened." And my mom would be like, "No, like she's like no, that happened exactly like that, but it wasn't just you and me. We had just got back from the dentist's office, and." You and your sister were like you and your older sister were walking beside each other, and I was carrying your younger sister. See, the way I remember the stories, like it was just me and my mom. I don't remember my sisters being there, but
because
reality there.
When you were a child, right?
Yeah,
you were like short. Mm-hmm. Your mom was carrying your sister, so your eye level, you're only seeing stuff eye level. Right so here. Your brain already, deleted the file where your sister was there.
It's all of next. It's like I'm only looking at dude running past us.
Yep.
Mom.
As a kid, a kid's point of view is different from what adults see. That's why, like,
different.
That's why, like, when you get older, right? Then you revisit the places when you were a kid. You're like, damn, this place looks fucking different because you're seeing it from a different angle.
Like,
now.
why is this place so tiny? Like, if you go back to an old elementary school, you'd be like, man, these desks are tiny as fuck. But when you're a kid, you like feet dangling and shit.
When you're a kid, you're like, what the fuck is all this shit? So you're seeing stuff different. Everything looks bigger. That's why, like, maybe your brain just forgot your sister was there because you didn't see her. Your eye level was looking at the dude's cock.
It's in and put his penis in the lineup.
Yeah.
Sir, he goes up right to my forehead, and this is all I saw. So
all I saw was balls.
Tell him to drop it. No. So that anyways, my point with that story is like that's what they try to contribute to like Mandela effect or maybe like Deja Vu is like, hey, your brain is kind of like. Maybe piecing back memories of something very closely similar to it, but it's kind of like it's shooting us. It's kind of like.
I mean, it makes sense to a certain extent.
For some normie shit, it does make sense.
But the stuff that doesn't make sense, where there's too many people that believes it one way, then that's when you're like, hey, we have.
So we all fucked up.
We have a situation here, Professor.
We need answers.
We see like church members like giving up to. Like their belief of Christ, like nah, fuck this shit. That's when they drop the Bible. Like I'm gonna do like my own soul searching now.
Yeah.
Then they end up in a fucking jungle in Peru, drinking ayahuasca
by themselves. They got cool with the locals.
Man,
smoking toad.
After they're done with that trip, like fuck.
I'm never going back to man.
Life would never ever be the same again.
I don't know, man. It's like some soul changing shit.
Yeah, it's scary, dude. All right, I have one. Are you finished?
I'll get back to the rest of it later.
Oh no, go ahead. My bad. Run it.
Okay, saying like, how could you explain parallel universes? How could parallel universes explain deja vu? Right. So it says like, the theories on the idea that an infinite number of universes exist alongside us as we can view. Is an infinite number of you could be strolling around doing different things or the exact same thing depending on your view of the theory.
I thought about that actually today when I was driving. I was like, okay, what if I just stay in that other lane today?
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, I was like, my other person already
did this.
The lane.
Yeah, I would think the same thing when I'm driving. Like, I should get in that lane, but I feel like if I get in a lane, traffic's gonna stop because I've done this before. And next time I see that lane slowing down, I'm like, motherfucker. I was like, I knew it.
Like, there's this one time, the scariest time. Like, it was fucking pouring rain, right? Mm-hmm. And I was trying to pull up into my lane, but I couldn't see. But I was like, should I gamble? Should I not gamble? And then I was like, I had like a feeling where I was like, maybe I'm going to just stop for a little bit, right? Because I was going to go, but I was like, let me just stop. Dude, a big ass 18-wheeler. I was like, holy shit. I would have been fucking
Smashed.
disintegrated. Like there would have been no more cells.
Or maybe it did happen.
It
But
probably-
that's your respawn point.
That dude dead.
That's your respawn point.
He's a dead man.
Doop, 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 doop,
Damn.
doop, doop, doop.
Yeah, that guy's dead.
Yo, whatever's like somebody you from the other side, like, don't do it. Like, I heard something, don't do it.
Yeah, that was scary, dude. I was like, whoa! I just saw like my life flash.
That's gotta be scary shit though. Like,
It was.
that could have been.
Because it was raining so hard, I couldn't see shit. I couldn't even see the lights, no nothing.
When was this, last week?
No, it was a long time ago.
Oh, okay. I was like last week. I was driving to work. It was probably about 5:30 in the morning. It was raining so bad, like I had to stop underneath a fucking overpass.
Damn.
On the side of a highway because my windshield wipers wouldn't keep up. So I thought you were talking about like something like last week. I was like,
No.
I was like, damn, that could have been me too. Because I stopped under a bridge. I was like, man, fuck this. Like this is, and it was crazy too. Other vehicles were stopping under the overpass too because it was just
That
raining.
bad?
Yeah, it was that bad. People like, man, I gotta take a piss anyway. You know, motherfuckers go to the side of the road and shit just piss. What are you gonna do? Arrest me? I'm like, he got a point. Ain't no cop gonna lock him
I
up.
saw like a dude like burning like a tumbleweed under the bridge.
Trying to get warm?
I was like, what are you doing, man?
Is he
Like,
homeless?
No, this is like in the neighborhood.
Oh God.
Like Hudson Bridge. I'm like, dude,
Right
you don't
on the
do
street.
that stuff here, man. Go to Atlanta and do that.
You gotta go that way. If you don't do that with shit, you gotta go north.
Yeah.
Okay, so the person says, so the person in this article was saying like, think of a radio. You can only listen to one frequency at once because they operate at different wavelengths and levels. Proponents of this theory believe parallel universes may work the same way, vibrating at different frequencies. These universes could be all around us, but we do not notice them. However, it is possible that for a certain moment, two frequencies could be in phase, allowing for universes to interact for a short amount of time.
I believe that.
Now, if I see myself in the other side of the room, like, oh shit, what's going on over there? Like,
Yeah, that frequency shit is real, dude. Because that's why, like, when they always tell stories about, hey, I saw a ghost, usually is when either they're waking up from sleeping or they're about to fall asleep or they're tired. It's usually at that time. And, you know, when you're sleeping, your brain is going in different frequencies. You're going in and out of whatever, 96.7 and shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's when you'll get a glimpse of seeing a ghost. It's usually, like, when you're super tired or whatever. So I believe that.
You tapped into what they call it on that TV show, Supernatural, Angel Radio. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get you talking to alien angels. You like, oh, you're on an Angel radio station now.
That ghost satellite
Just
channel.
Ghost XM, baby. You
Yeah, when you eat like mushrooms, right, you can actually feel your head like switching stations.
make that little static
I was like,
change.
I could feel through my temples and my head.
Like the knobs on the east side.
I could feel go like. I was like, whoa, I'm about to see some shit. I got scared.
No, we're tapping in.
I was like, man, they better not pop out the bottom of the bed. You know, I was
shit.
freaking out, man.
I told you mine was like, mine isn't that. Mine's when I hear like a ting, ting, like somebody's hammering like a fucking spike on the road. It sounds scary to me when every time I hear it, I'm like, but that's when I know it's like, okay, it's time to let me relax a little bit. That's when I know like,
There were the railroad
I
track.
was like, is my ancestors trying like, yo, ding. Yeah, and this is like really loud. It's like, that's why I know I'm like, okay, I'm about to trip for a little bit.
Robert said, he says, you know, we all have 12 chakras instead of 7, guys. Explain to us what a chakra is.
Is that like,
Like your energy, right?
yeah, it should be like chi energy.
Yeah. Some shit with energy and stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
You don't want to fuck with your third eye, though, man. If you open that shit, man, you fucked. You're going to, like, a lot of stuff will start happening because you're the ghosts or whatever, the spirit's like, oh, shit, this guy got his third eye open, you know? Once you clean your third eye, that's when a lot of paranormal shit starts happening to people.
Yeah, I don't even.
Shell Shock says that sounds from the William Street production on Adult Swim. For the railroad song?
Oh, yeah, like boom, boom. But then, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Robert says, I think I will try to open my third eye. No, you don't want to do that.
Are you ready?
Man, you want to see some shit? Come here, I'll help you.
So I will give you all the tools you need.
I know the way. I'll guide you there, then let me know how it is.
I'll give you some shit that will humble you. It'll make you.
Yeah, you want some humble pie?
It'll make you ask questions like, "Why is my life like this?" Like, do you ever get those moments? You're like, "What am I doing right now?" Like,
Man,
not like I'm freaking
Yeah.
out, but I do have any moments. I'm like, what's my next move? Like my shit, dude.
It's
Like that, man. It's like,
Like-
what do I go from here? Like,
When the trip is over, I'm all sweating. I was like, fuck, so that's life?
right?
It's like, do I really want to do this?
Yeah, man.
Man, they'll tell you
Makes you
shit.
second guess shit.
It's like straight up. They'll tell you shit straight up where you're fucking up, what the fuck you need to do, and it's up to you.
Are they telling you that, or are you telling yourself that though?
Yeah, your subconscious know you better than yourself.
Well, 'cause I always figured too. Because I remember, oh fuck me, dude.
Robert says I see them all the time, guys, even ETs.
Hold on.
You really want to see them? I can show you them.
You got that? Dude, we got fucking. Oh, this shit snapped.
I got
I'm so sorry.
Nah, you good.
My bad. I'll talk to everybody else right quick. We got an emergency. Okay, we good. Are you talking about with the open up the third eye and shit? I mean,
Yeah, that's like that's why like if Indians, right? They put the little dot on their head. It's to block the third eye from seeing shit.
No, I thought it was supposed to be like some the red dot.
Yeah,
No, it's not because of that.
that's to cover the third eye. Yo, somebody look that up.
It's supposed to be for like it's. I don't know how true it is. I might be wrong as
Third
fuck.
eye cover. It's like camera cover.
No, that's supposed to be to hold. It's almost kind of like think of it as like a vagina for them to receive like spiritual information. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like
Yeah, to the third eye.
to not covered up though.
I thought it was to block it from so they don't get depressed and absorb all this fucking shit they're not supposed to absorb.
It's supposed to be like for like enlightenment reasons or some shit. Like just like absorb shit. But it's supposed to be like I think the red dot's supposed to be like a. I can't think of the word for it, but it's supposed to like supposed to be like maybe vagina. I guess that's what I heard. I might be wrong as fuck. I don't know. I'm ignorant sometimes. Maybe I'm wrong.
So it's
people.
supposed to suck up shit.
You're supposed to be like
Why would they want to do that?
give me the information because it's kind of like when you have sex and you give birth to somebody. Like whatever you receive in, you give birth to like a new life inside you. So it's like I don't know. That's what I always kind of thought of it as. Maybe I might be wrong as fuck.
I thought it was them to block from
Nah, it's like some spiritual, like they want to open up their. Maybe that's their version of the third eye. I guess they receive enlightenment. I guess, and that's what I always thought it was. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. Maybe some shit's changed. I think I heard about that in school, but schools
you can open your third eye, reach enlightenment. I think reaching enlightenment is more than just opening up your third eye. It's a whole nother journey, man.
On some real
A lot of
shit.
self-discipline.
On some real shit, I think most people in the Western world, at least when I'm within the hemisphere, man, ain't nobody can open up. Or most people can't even open up their third eye. It's too much shit going
Yeah,
on.
they can, Chris.
On the outside of the world, I would believe somebody more likely on.
Robert said he just did it.
I would say like somebody more on the west side, maybe from Africa on to the west of the world. I would say they probably have more enlightenment type skills than we do. We still like a young world over here. This America, this region, still baby like. We all caught up in like technology and capitalism, shit like that. Ain't nobody's trying to discover their inner selves and shit unless it's through. I don't know.
Yeah, there's not a really lot of
fucking meth or some shit. But it's like no spiritual type shit over here like that, you know?
like no ancient sites.
No.
This is like a new. It's like really
This
like
is
a new
new world,
country.
yeah. This is like new world for real. It's like new world shit over here. What's that Robert say? We are run on a frequency. Everything is frequency. Yeah, for shit. Yeah, we both agree with that. Everything's on a frequency.
Shell Shock says it's called Bindi. One reason is to show they're married. Oh,
Oh, that's what I mean. That's what Bindi. I thought okay. I've heard of Bindi. I didn't know that's what it's called
Oh.
though. One reason to show that they're married.
so why do I see kids have them on?
I've never seen a kid. I've seen grown ass women.
That
have them.
doesn't explain that.
I've seen women have them. I've never seen a kid.
I
have
see
them.
kids have them on because I thought the reason is to cover their third eye so the third eye would not get like used up seeing all this bad stuff.
Don't use this as our news source, people. More
'Cause that's where your pineal gland is at.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be at.
But all our shit's all calcified by eating too many bagels or shit.
I was gonna say TV, but you said
Everything.
bagels.
Everything, man. Child brides, bro. Oh, okay, so that's why kids have.
Child brides. Oh, so they said, yeah.
Okay, so I guess it has nothing to do with third eye then.
That's scary. I hate that child bride shit, man.
I probably heard it in a different reality. I don't know.
Then why did I think it had something to do with the vagina?
It could
Shell
be.
shock.
It could be all that. I don't know.
See, he lying. Don't listen to Shell Shock. He said just kidding. See, whatever, man. Fuck him. We're going back to our original shit, man. It was blocking the third eye. Mine was because I think it's the vagina on the forehead type thing. We'll go with that.
That's dirty though, man.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was. It's like they receive information.
Watch when I look it up later, and I'm completely right.
And what if you're wrong?
Huh?
Maybe on this world you're wrong. Maybe in another universe you might be right.
9,900,000 other realities.
But this is that one, man.
I don't know. Mine makes sense though.
Okay. But yeah, so basically, okay, so it says like supporters of the theory believe that deja vu may occur when universes are in sync at a short amount of time. It says while infinite universes may exist, they have a slight difference that makes them unique. Maybe you grab the soap before the shampoo in one, but not in another. Perhaps you grab 2 chips instead of 1. You may have chosen to pour a glass of wine instead of a glass of champagne. So it's like small differences like that could create a whole new universe. But that's the only thing that's changing it. So it's like because everything has a possibility of ever happening, that means it could just go on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. All that type of shit.
Even if that's true, how could we even prove that that's real?
You gotta send a monkey.
What's that?
I don't know. Fucking throw him in a fucking Hadron Collider. I don't know. Toss him in a Hadron Collider. I don't know.
Yeah, I think CERN would be the only answer, the only shit that we can use to find the answer. That's the only way. They're the one breaking reality. They even told us, like, in a damn article, like, yeah, we're trying to fuck this reality up. We're trying to break into another reality.
You just come to the door, be like, "Hello, Mr. CERN, are you here?" Got some questions.
Yeah, because they all know, like, all those scientists, like the ones that's going in deeper, they know that the spirit world exists. Mm-hmm. They're trying to get there, like, without us having to use drugs. Because they know it's real. I'm pretty sure they did some tests where they're like, okay, this place is real.
So they're going to risk every life in the universe for this shit.
Let's figure out a way we can get there using technology. And this is like, what I'm thinking, this is modern day Stairway to Heaven. This is why God was like, nah, you guys are not coming up here. You guys are not bringing your ghetto-ass monkey friends up here. You know, because I think back then they did build like a machine where they were able to break into another reality. And now we're repeating history now. CERN is doing the same shit. They created this huge machine so they can fucking smash particles and open up a reality to where they can be like, hello, gods. The God's like, nah, son, you better take you and your little Poindexter glasses, buddy. Go back in the lab before we come out here and do some hood shit, which I think might have happened because a lot of shit is fucked up now.
Yeah.
A lot of evil shit too. They're like, hey, dude, like the earth is getting pretty raunchy right now.
Oh, maybe it's always been like this. It's just that now that we're learning more, it's kind of like, this shit really exists? Like I think the world's always been bad. It's just now it's like, the age of the internet, I mean, some truths get tossed around, some lies get tossed around.
Showing more.
But I think we're being more showing like, hey, man, like I was watching something last week about a tribe. I think it might have been in South America. And it was like there's a tribe, like it's like a tribe of people that they just eat rival tribes and shit. That's how they get down and shit like that. They eat the cannibals.
Like, oh.
Yeah, and the cameraman was nervous as fuck when he was out there. He was like, all right.
Speaking of cannibals, man, I was listening to a podcast where he talked about the dark web.
Oh, God.
And they have like a website called like Cannibal Cafe.
I've heard of that. Is that shit real?
I think it's real.
Oh, Lord.
Well,
I've heard of it too.
They have this one story where, like, there's people that post shit on there to where they want to be eaten alive.
Yeah, that's like a fetish. You didn't hear about Armie Hammer?
No.
He's an actor in Hollywood. This motherfucker just got canceled. Like, was it? We're still in February. Either the end of January to beginning of February. Somehow his DMs got leaked in the public, but he has a cannibal fetish. Like, he wants to fucking eat women, but he's like sexually crazed from it. But he got dropped from like some big movie roles that was coming up.
Good.
But he's like coming out as like a closet, like that's like a fetish. Like he's like, his DMs were coming out with like how he was like, okay, carve up this female, and then like cut up slices of our meat in like these portions and shit. It's like this dude is like getting graphic.
Yes.
And Armie Hammer is all about that.
It's real. Like this guy, he said, hey, can somebody eat me? And then some guy's like, yeah, I'll eat you. Like, how much you gonna pay? It's like, oh, so-and-so amount, right? This is a real story too, because it was all videotaped and everything. And even because at the end, they end up arresting the dude. So the dude, he told him, is like, all right, I'm gonna take all these sleeping pills and whatever pills so I could be numb. But he was like, I want you to eat my dick first. The guy was like, okay. All right. So like in the video, the dude's like fucking, he's gnawing on his dick. He's like, man, I can't bite it. It's too rough, you know? It's too hard. So he
just went down there and bit it?
Yeah, because he told him to eat it first. So he bit his dick off. Well, he didn't bit it off. It was too hard. So he went to the kitchen, grabbed a knife, cut it up, but then he was trying to eat it. He was like, it's too tough.
I would have led with that. If I was eating dick, I would lead with the knife, not
fucking... So the dude was watching him. Was like, all right, now, let me try it. I want to try it. the guy that's getting his dick eaten. He's like, let me try my own dick. He's like, oh yeah, that's too rough. Like, could you cook it? So the dude, he kind of like deep fried that shit. And then he was like, oh shit, I left it in too long. It's like burnt up now. It's like, damn. It's like we can't eat it no more, right? So then the dude that was like chopping up the guy, he kind of got like tired of that dude. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just kill him. So we killed the dude all on camera. Killed the guy, chopped him all up, and then the video ended up posting up on dark web somewhere. And then they ended up finding the guy, and then he went to prison for like, I don't know, 20 years.
20 years for eating somebody?
Yep, and now he's a vegetarian too in prison.
I would hope so. He just ate.
No more meat for him. His all meated out.
So that video was on Cannibal Cafe? That video in particular?
I think so.
Jesus Christ.
Somewhere on the dark web. Cannibal Cafe is just where you guys go to purchase like whatever human parts you want to eat.
Yeah,
Yo, let me get a Chris Jones elbow, bone marrow.
Hey, I ain't put no lotion on today, so it's gonna be ashy as fuck.
Get some front tail and back tail.
Front tail, back tail. Can I get the front tail, back tail special, please? Extra sauce.
That's nasty. I really couldn't listen to the whole podcast because it was so graphic.
I was over here just like rubbing my temple, like, oh god, like I'm like my brain is like picturing this shit.
Yeah, I turned it off. I was like, I want to find out what happened. So I just said, fuck it.
Man's a savage, man. You went straight in for the penis. Like, no, he's a savage. Why don't you just at least act civilized? Get a knife. Why you gonna be like, just yank
I would
him?
have just blew him up.
Just blew his whole body up.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah, but no, that's a weird fetish. That's been going on for like years, man. That's been I'm not gonna point the finger at Japan or whatever. But the first time I heard about this shit was like through
Japan news.
No, it's like anime hentai, but it's kind of like it's mutilation porn type shit. I heard about this like 4 years ago, but it was starting to make a real big like thing on like 4chan and shit like that, where it was like, you know, like how they got hentai anime, but it's like hentai type, you know, animation, but it's like women getting mutilated and getting eaten and shit, but it's all like sexual stuff. But that was like there's like a thing I heard on I think it was a dude named Dr. Drew. Might have been Dr. Drew. He talked with a female on one of his shows. This is how long ago it was, because Dr. Drew was still on there. Dr. Drew talked about how, somebody called up to the love line, and this girl was complaining about like how she was hanging out. She was a teenager. I was hanging out with my boyfriend one day, and he showed me like I thought it was gonna be like hentai porn, but it was actually just anime characters just like mutilating each other, and it was so graphic. But now it's bothering me because I keep seeing it every time I close my eyes, every time I blink, I'm seeing images of it, and it's like disturbing her. And so I was like, there's like a real culture of like people into watching other people getting mutilated and eaten and shit. But that was the first time I heard about it. That was like years ago. I think I still might have been living in Colorado when I first heard about this. That's how long ago it was.
You still got the movie?
No, it's not a movie. Oh, hell no.
Put you out there like that?
Because even when I was listening to Dr. Drew interview about it, even I was kind of like, oh god, like I was just kind of like,
that's disgusting. Why did you tell me that? How did
real
we end
weird.
up here?
I don't know. You brought us in this direction.
Travel to this nasty ass topic.
No, you swung us in this direction.
All right, back to time travel.
Let's go back to that shit.
Are you still on the Deja Vu?
I could get back to a little bit. I'm done for now.
Okay. All right. So let's get into a different story about kind of like time travel. Well, yeah, time traveling. Mm-hmm. Okay. So this man in like I think my man from Sweden, 2006.
Okay.
He went home, right? Dark and stormy night. Mm-hmm. He went home, and then his kitchen sink, it was flooded with water. He was like, God damn, like my sink is leaking. I gotta fix this shit right now, you know, because it's the man of the house. He gotta fix shit like that. So he grabbed his tools, right? He went under the sink, and he started trying to fix the pipes. But then as he got into like deeper within the sink, right, on the bottom, he went through he ended up going through a tunnel. A tunnel of light. And then on the other side, when he got up, he saw himself like in the future. I think we already talked about this before.
Vaguely, that he met him. So he went through a tunnel.
He met himself like in the future, like
older guy, right?
Older guy. He's like 72 years old.
Yeah, lived in a house and shit, and he showed him around the house.
Yeah, he said he went to the year 2042.
Okay, I can't remember this.
He saw himself like at the age of 72, and then they're all like comparing stories, see if everything lined it up and shit. Mm-hmm. They even have the same matching tattoos, right? And then he was like, okay, no one's gonna believe me unless I made a video. Well, he had a cell phone in his pocket, and he did like a selfie recording video. And if you look at it, it does look like him. They showed the tattoo and everything.
Yeah, Okay, yeah, I do remember that video. Yeah, it's like the dude and him were standing next to each other, right? And then,
Yeah, they were both standing
Yeah.
next to each other. But then the future him had no hair, but the smile, everything looked the
it's just
same.
like, yeah.
The tattoo was the same and shit. I was like, whoa, is this real?
Is this man?
I don't know. Can somebody debunk that?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything since. And that was a long time ago. I saw that. That was a while ago when I saw that video where I think he went to the house. It was like a same little hiding spot on the floor and all that shit, like all types of shit. But it's like,
I was like, damn, like
there's like
yourself in the future, you lived in the same house for that long?
It's possible.
I would have been mad at myself.
But staying in that same house.
Like I came on like, hey, you still here? There's still a podcast room over there?
You still in this motherfucker?
You bathroom all the same? Shit, you ain't do nothing.
What have I done?
It's like you plateaued, man.
This was your peak.
There should have been somebody else in this house. I didn't think I was going to see myself in like 30, 40 years. So you're supposed to be dead.
And HOA still breathing out of your neck about the grass. Like,
Well, that's the story with that one.
yeah, that was actually, I remember that story. That was actually a good one too. I can't remember. I saw it on. It wasn't on I can't say it was a security team, but it was on something shit.
Yeah, but then like I looked in deeper about it. They said it was like a commercial for advertising.
Oh God! I wish you didn't tell me.
I don't think it's true though, because I couldn't really find anything like that. Someone was saying like it was an advertising commercial about early retirement. It's like, do you want to see yourself old as a person? Like some shit like that.
And this is when it was like a foreign commercial.
Yeah, like about like retirement.
That do sound like some shit they would have done in like Europe or something, like a European commercial.
Yeah, but I wasn't buying it, man. It's a
That-
time traveler. I'll take that one.
Of course, that's what the government wants you to think. They want you to think it was a commercial.
I don't think the government really cares about people knowing anything now, because they
Who's
already
gonna
know.
fucking
Like,
believe us?
like, oh, these people are too stupid anyway. Like, even if it's real, like, what they're gonna still think it's fake, because we already engraved in their brain to think like everything is CGI, everything is fake. I was like, dude, 100,000 people recording UFOs, like, what? They all fucking doing the same.
They
fake shit.
all in on this shit.
Because I sent you like some kind of cool UFO footage and shit.
The one on the airplane, I was like, okay, that looks dope as shit. Because I like how it moved. I don't know why. It looked like, I don't know how to explain. Because it's kind of like, in a weird way, when you see like the spaceship or the UFO outside the window, you would see kind of like stretch out really long. And then it's like, just like snaps. It was like a rubber band type effect. How it was like going in and out. I was like, okay, that's kind of fucking dope. Like, that shit's moving like fast as fuck. If you blink, you're going to miss it. It's just the reactions of the ladies on the plane. I was kind of like, man, there's no way in hell that whole plane would have lost its fucking shit. The pilot would be like, oh my God, we got to land this motherfucker. Like, it'd have been pure chaos.
I think the reaction was on point.
No, mine would have
what
been.
happened.
How would yours would have been if you saw like a UFO?
I
Just like,
would have been calm. Like, I'll be like, oh shit, like we're really seeing something, guys. I wouldn't be like,
yo,
because you're still on a plane with other people, and other people might be sleeping. They're not even looking outside the window.
I'm like, wake up, look. That's me. Wake the fuck up, look.
Because I mean, I think their reaction is right. Because here's the reason why I think that video is real. Because I seen a different video, similar video, where it showed a similar kind of spacecraft doing the same maneuvers that didn't stop and it just disappears. Mm-hmm. So I was like, holy shit, like, okay, we got UFOs out here, like, just trolling planes. Mm-hmm. Same thing, like, remember that one with the pilot telling everybody to take cover? And the pilot did like a kind of like a he did like a crazy left turn, and then you see like a UFO go zoom across the airplane.
Okay, see that I can get behind. That was pretty more legit.
That's like the same looked like the same alien spacecraft. The little round circle orbit.
Yeah, just be bouncing all over the place like a pinball. I mean, yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they reacted in like in a way to where
I usually go by that too, by their reaction. But I think that reaction, it fit like whatever they saw.
You know what? And then, not to make this a whole racial thing, but that maybe like they're reacting like, because I'm pretty sure they were like white people, right? They're reacting in a manner that I think a white person would react in that situation. Where me being a black person and how black people react in that situation is like fucking. It would be chaotic. Like, land this motherfucking plane. Like,
They separating.
They spread it out.
50 try. What's good, dude?
Yo, what's up?
It's been a while.
Yeah, no, I think so. I'm just thinking from like my black perspective. I'm like, yo, oh my God, fucking John, please land this fucking plane, Pilot John, for the love of God.
You start banging on the fucking window.
Let me out.
Look at this shit.
I would trip so hard, and I would probably be crying. And also, I have a fear of flying as well, so I would like lose my shit.
I think if I were to sat next to you, it would bring out my crazy side too.
You would feed off my crazy shit.
I think like us, like duo, like in a situation like that, it will be like fucking, I don't know, man, magic.
Chaos.
I'd be like, we're all gonna die, Chris.
I'm like,
Everybody in this plane is gonna die.
Billy, roll the camera. Like, we're gonna get this last bit of footage
Yeah, this shit's gonna be crazy.
before we get taken out in Malaysia Airlines style, man. Get this footage.
They're gonna put a bomb in here.
They're gonna take us out. We seen too much.
It's like, oh, he said that B word.
Oh,
We're doing pretty good, man. Out here chilling in the fucking perfect ass weather.
I was thinking the same thing when I drove to your house and I stepped out. I heard like birds chirping. I was like, this shit sounds like some out of a fucking movie. Like, that's around. Like, this
I
is
went to like
nice.
to get some food and shit, and then I saw the car wash fucking packed.
Full,
with cars.
man. That's how you know. But the thing is, though, what's today? Tuesday?
Loss.
Dude, we getting rained out this weekend again.
I saw it.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Fucking harp.
they getting us.
Fucking cum trails.
Oh, did you hear about the conspiracy already about that Texas shit? I don't even know if I should tell you this shit.
The fake snowstorm.
Yeah, it's none of it's real. I was like, oh,
I told you my theory about that, right?
No, what?
Here's my theory about this shit.
Uh-oh.
Because they were scared, like all the rich people is gonna move out of California and
Yeah.
all move to Texas
But why? What the fuck would they?
for tax reasons.
Hey,
Because they're getting,
California's taxed.
they're
Like
getting taxed the fuck,
yeah.
right? So the rich, here's what's gonna happen. If all the rich move out of California, right, move to Texas, the people that's not paying the taxes in California, it's gonna all hit the little people, and then they're gonna be like, okay, we have to fix this shit because all the rich people not paying the taxes no more. So it has to balance out now. So here's what we're gonna do, guys, because we're gonna fucking blame Joe Rogan for this shit. It's like Joe Rogan saying, hey, let's all move to fucking Texas. Now, like a lot of the rich people are moving. Like for one example, Elon Musk, he moved his whole fucking warehouse
Yeah.
or the production shit.
From Cali to
And his
Texas,
is
yeah.
already happening. So they're like, hey, we have to do something to make the rich people not want to move to Texas. So they create that storm, like, fuck it, pump that shit on Texas. And look, like Texas never seen anything like that.
So is it supposed to keep the? Is this like
It's
for
supposed to keep
conspiracy
the-
reasons? Keep the rich people from moving out.
Yeah, this is my theory. So the rich people are like, nah, fuck Texas. They went through that storm. They had no power for like a couple days and fuck it. Sorry, Joe Rogan. We don't want to move there.
It seemed like the only people that made it out okay with the storm was like just the rich people though. So
Yeah, but see, like if you're used to living in California, right? The weather is what they're actually paying for. Is that perfect
they're
weather?
paying for that beach weather shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, why do we want to go to Texas? Like, and
Gets
then
hot as fuck.
they got that crazy snowstorm. Why, Joe?
What did you say, man?
Because just
Trying to start this rich pilgrimage out here.
yeah. Because I was listening to the podcast with Joe Rogan and his friend, I think Tim Dillon. They were talking. Tim Dillon was moving there too. He was like, Joe, I want a fucking refund. Like you brought me out here, you know. Like he's saying like, man, Joe Rogan, you owe me like dinner forever for moving me out here to Texas.
What have you done?
It's like fuck this place. Those people hate the California guys out there, man. They don't like them.
That's the same thing. Like Texas don't like a lot of Texas don't like California, and they don't like New York.
50 Try says, I'm in Celsius though. Where you at, 50?
Canada?
Shell Shock says,
Canada?
man, the stores are still pretty empty.
Shit is no hoax. Yo, there's definitely no hoax.
But what were they saying about the storm? Yeah, it's not a hoax, but I think
But-
it did happen.
But like the conspiracy that's starting to spread around now is like the storm did happen. It's just that the snow is fake because now you got like motherfuckers on TikTok. They're like lighting up like snowballs now, and then like trying to like light them on fire with butane lighters.
yeah, I posted a video, remember?
And when today,
On Reddit last week.
dude, I don't be getting none. No, speaking of which, I never get notifications on Reddit till like hours like later.
Oh.
So I don't know what's been going on with Reddit with me. I don't know. It's not just like with our page. It's everything like
You gotta go in your notifications like in the settings.
with the okay. You got
And
set
then
the
you gotta
timer.
just turn it on.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, I posted a video. One guy in Texas, he put like a bunch of the snow in the microwave to melt it, and then he said all he saw was sparks flying, like the microwave was about to blow up because he said there's probably a bunch of metal in the snow.
I saw a lady who did the same thing. She's like, "Look, it's gonna start sparking up because there's metal in it," and then nothing happened. And then there's like her daughter's like, "Watch, mommy, there is metal in it," and nothing happened. No, just literally
Did the
nothing
snow
happened.
melt though?
It didn't even melt either.
That's weird. Because
Nice.
he did try to cook it, and then it just turned like black and shit.
Well, like of course, like science people that come out with this shit, and they were like, "Hey, like the problem is like
Texas dirty.
You're turning the inside of it slushy, not the outside. It's like when you take a snow cone and you pour syrup on a snow cone, the snow absorbs all that shit. So when you're doing that with a balled up piece of snow, it's absorbing the heat from the inside, not the outside.
Well, there you go. You debunked it.
Bro, the guy did an example of it today. I was like, that makes sense to me. Like,
Stupid people. I'm just playing.
I don't know.
I mean, I kind of believed a little bit. But here's a weird one. Like in New York, right? They had snow that looks like shards, like sharp
Diamonds?
shards.
Oh, glass like shit?
Yeah, like little strands of shards. It didn't look like snowflakes. It was like a little bunch of straight strands.
Like kind of like hair type looking?
Yeah, like piece of like hair. Shards, like little
pubes.
Yeah.
It's
The lady was like, I lived in New York for I don't know how long. I never seen snow look like this. What a weird snowflake. Like it's not even a snowflake. It looked like a Tic Tac.
Yeah, it would be called different if it wouldn't be called a snowflake anymore.
Yeah.
Snow pube. Let's go with that. I like that.
50 says, I'm also on a flood. You're in flood, dude?
Oh, floodplain, so F me. Oh. So y'all all living out in Texas? What's going on?
Damn.
I don't know what's going
happening, Texas?
on. I don't know.
Makes me want to not go there ever.
Yo, it seemed like the only place that was straight was like Georgia and Florida. At least as far as like, within our area of the United States, or not as far as like, from East Coast to West Coast. It seemed like Georgia was like the best spot. Georgia and Florida. I mean, Georgia was kind of shitty with rain, but Florida was good.
You know why Georgia's not going to get fucked up by any disaster? You know why? Because we have the Georgia Guidestones located in Georgia.
It's gonna shield us?
No. The reason why they put it there is because they know nothing's going to happen to Georgia. So when they all die, they're like, hey, man, we need some guidance. Oh, shit, look at this big ass stone telling us what to do.
That's way over there, out of the range of...
Like, 500 million population? Okay, what else? Oh, don't kill? Okay. What else we got to do?
50 Try says Ontario. Okay, that's what I thought. You said Celsius. I was like, Canada? I wasn't sure. Yeah, y'all be getting... Don't y'all always get torn up by winters anyway? Was this something special about Ontario this year with the winters, or was it just like a normal winter? Texas got like wrecked. Georgia, like you said, Guidestone's probably protecting us right now until they move that shit.
Speaking of getting wrecked, what's her name? Gretchen Thunberg Gretchen.
Oh, the little girl,
the little activist girl, right?
Yeah.
You know she got in trouble
for
what? She accidentally tweeted what she tweeted. It's like a toolkit for doing
psychedelics.
No, what she do, man?
Somebody tell me. I don't know.
We're just gonna take a commercial break. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Okay.
Because I gotta pee anyway. All right. Be right back, guys. All right, guys. We're back. I glitched out a little bit.
I didn't say that.
I glitched out.
I was gonna say nothing.
My brain blacked out a little bit. Like, you didn't glitch out. You're on drugs. All right, guys. So we're not gonna talk about Gretchen because I don't even fucking know the story. I just want to start shit.
Oh Lord.
I want to fight.
Why, man? I'm gonna go home and play Apex. Man.
You gonna play tonight?
I might. I don't know.
See, don't start, man. Don't start something you can't finish, Chris.
I probably will. Maybe I'll play for a little bit.
Don't write checks you can't cash.
Are you gonna be on tonight?
Maybe.
See, man.
Man, I'm playing another game now.
What now?
Valheim. It's cool, man.
No warning. So I was wondering where you've been at for the past couple times. I've been on it playing for hours on it. I'm like,
man, I was hunting deer.
I'm like, where's Billy? Like,
I'm hunting deer.
I didn't want to seem like I was being needy and text you like, where you at? Gonna play Apex? I'm like,
you should have texted me. I would have jumped off.
Because I kind of figured you was just living your life, man. And I'm not trying to be.
I was going to show you my new costume I got.
Okay.
I did the whole event, dude. I did the whole event.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn, man. I was bullshitting on the event. I missed out on all the.
I got every single achievement. All right, so we're gonna go back to time traveling. I probably gotta cut all that shit out. Yeah, that was trash. All right, so time traveling. John Teeter. This is like the most famous time traveling story because it's the one that has like the most information to where you're like, no way, this guy is lying about all this shit because it did checked out. All his shit checked out, and like the information that he got was information that nobody would ever had that was outside of the company. Mm-hmm. All right, so John Teeter is a time traveler. He says it's from the year 2036. Even that makes more sense. That's more closer to us.
Yeah.
And I would think like, okay, they would have discovered a time traveling machine by now.
In secret.
Yeah.
We don't know about it, but
I believe we already got it.
Something close to it.
CERN was part of the revolution.
Yeah.
All right, so John Teeter, he went on this internet forum back then. I forgot what the forum is called, but he started giving out information about shit. He was saying that his mission was to come back to get an IBM computer. It was an IBM 5100 from 1975. And the reason why he wanted that computer, because this computer was able to like emulate like a different type of computer code that nothing in the future could have done. And the feature on that computer, nobody knew about that feature, but like few people, like maybe one or two people that worked at IBM, they knew that one special computer had that one little secret feature where they had a language on there that can emulate any other computer language.
Okay.
And John Teeter needed that in the future because their computers were fucked and they needed something to read all the languages.
I remember this story. This is a classic story.
Yeah, it was a crazy ass story. And then if you like, they looked it up, right? Like, okay, like this IBM computer really did have like this secret access to a secret code, and then they found out that it did, and they went to go talk to like the IBM, the guy that developed it or whatever. They're like, yeah, this was like a hidden feature on the computer that nobody knew about, and he said he shouldn't even know about this shit, John Teeter. It's one of those things that is just secret, but it's not like a big secret like that because there was like really no use like at our time. Like it didn't make sense to, make like a secret and then tell somebody because it's like no use.
Yeah.
So it's like garbage information.
Yeah. So it's like, but it's used to like John though.
Yeah, it's used for, it makes sense for him. Like in his future, they said in his future, I guess they had some type of nuclear attack or some shit where I guess they're going through some type of apocalypse right now.
Shut down all the machines or some shit. Like we need a computer that can withstand that shit.
Uh-huh.
Hey man.
And then here's the thing. Like, okay, so he came in 2000, I think 3 or something. Well, later the IBM company in 2004 they revealed that function.
Okay.
So it confirmed like his whole story.
Damn. So, yep, this shit is real, which means he showed up for some real shit.
Yeah, so then they start saying like, okay, I think this John Teeter guy is right. Like, here's another thing like with John Teeter, like on the forums, they told him, hey, let's see like your time machine, right? He did have like a picture of this time machine, and it's fucking huge. It's like a 500-pound like suitcase looking shit, and he had it in the back of the car. And then he explained like if you would shoot like a laser, like where that machine is at, like it bends like light and shit because there's the magnetic force or whatever force.
Light?
Yeah. And there was a picture of him where you could actually see the laser beam like bending and shit.
God damn, that's
A
like
real
something.
picture. Then he actually posted like the diagram of the time machine, like, the little, like how it's all built and stuff. You know how when you buy like a TV or whatever, it shows you all the components?
Yeah.
Like he posted a picture of that, and it looked fucking legit. All the fucking components in the time machine. I was like, well, okay, why would he fake all that? Because he did not make no money off of none of that.
So like basically like if you observe like the components and stuff, it would make sense in the area and stuff that's all just how it's set up and shit. I mean, because that's sometimes like when I look at stuff like concept art of like especially when I look at concept art of like when it comes to movies and stuff like that, and how like I'll be watching the movie, I'm like, how the fuck do they think of this design on this level? And I'm like, sometimes I get on Reddit, look up concept art, and I'll be looking like how they position stuff. I'm like, holy fuck, it wouldn't make sense for this piece of the machine would be right here to function in this way for a person to use it. So that's also now with the time machine was like,
Yeah,
if I would look at it, like, yo, that kind of makes sense why this pedal would be right here and this would be right here, like shit like that.
It really didn't matter like how what was positioned. It was like the energy source that they used.
Okay.
It was like an energy source that I don't think like we're able to get it in this time because I think it's some type of energy source that existed like deep within the deep ocean, and then there's like a special way for you to get it. Like we're not with our technology, we're not able to harness that type of energy. This is what I'm thinking from like another story, but it's like that type of shit to where even if we could replicate whatever is in the diagram, we still don't have like the energy source to even use it properly.
We gotta fucking battle Jason Momoa in a death match or some shit in Atlantis.
Yeah, we gotta fight some fucking jellyfish.
Jodo, just get to that secret ooze, or whatever the fuck it is.
That's why like the deep ocean is so mysterious, man. They hold so much secrets,
Scary, man. I guarantee you we'll find a history of Earth in the sea.
Yeah, the ocean has so many secrets. Like
Dude, so much shit, man.
Let me just jump off like topic a little bit because it's tying into like what I saw on like a psychedelic trip where I was like in the ocean and I'm seeing a whole nother like community down there, like aliens that live down there. And they're all out there just chilling, dude, like reading books and shit.
Under the sea.
I see little kids floating, reading a book upside down. I'm like, damn, this is like a whole nother shit that fucking humans don't even know about.
It's like they're in outer space, but in the sea.
Yeah. So like that time machine, back to time machine, the large suitcase weighs about 500 pounds. He keeps it in his car. He says it creates two black holes.
It's a Black Joes. What the hell is that?
Glitching out, man.
Two black dudes?
It creates two black holes, injecting the electrons on them by altering the spin and direction. It was possible to create a gravitational field that could be manipulated by time and space. Yeah, so he fucking this dude flying in and out of fucking the time machine and shit.
Shell Shock says, C Lab 2021. Hell yeah. Or another show somebody told me to watch recently, Sea Quest, which I do remember that show back in the 90s. Never watched it, but I heard that show was fucking dope as shit. But they deal with like a lot. It's basically like in the distant year of 2018, the world gets flooded. This is the Sea Quest show. Earth gets flooded, right? And so humans are having to start to take up territories in the ocean. Like Russia has like one portion of the ocean that's theirs. America has theirs. And Sea Quest is like this police force that goes out there and like dishes out like law against like make sure like everybody follows the rules of the sea because we try to keep it more peaceful than how we took care of Earth before type shit. So it's a pretty dope show. I remember bits and pieces of it, but I was just watching a review of it the other day, and I was like, holy shit, like this show's kind of dope, man. I'm gonna have to check this out, man. It's got like 3 seasons on it, but there's like time travel and shit like that too, alternate universe like stuff.
Sea Quest?
Sea Quest, yeah, old school show. I remember the show back when it was on NBC back in the day. I never really watched like that. I just remember the kid from that kid. He was in the movie Ladybugs with Rodney Dangerfield and shit. But he was that kid. The kid was like a huge like teen heartthrob back then. Like motherfuckers, like kids, like girls loved him back then. The dude was wild. Like everybody loved him. But I'm gonna check that show out though.
Run it. But yeah, he also said he went back to the year 1998. Then he said he was at a radio station talking about skyscrapers, and in that reality that he traveled back in 1998, he said New York City it didn't even exist. So this dude was just jumping all around of like different. Every time he travels back in time, he's landing in like in a different fucking reality.
Can't get it right, man.
So I think like what they realized was like once you time travel, like it's almost like you can never pinpoint like what like Earth you're gonna land on.
Yeah, think about
it's like impossible to do that. That's what they're saying. It's like impossible to land back. Like if you were to travel back to the future, it's actually a different future. It might be like slightly different, but it's a completely different reality.
Yeah, think of it as like I always imagine like how you just describing this now, like how he's getting at certain points, so just hopping around. I was thinking about like throwing like darts at a dartboard where you're trying to get a specific number and it's like you're missing it and you're like you're landing everywhere but the number that you want to hit, and so maybe just hopping around time traveler dude and.
So I think when he traveled back into the future to give those guys a time machine, like it's almost the same reality, but it's not. So the other people they died, but another reality was saved.
And he ended up in a world where New York got destroyed.
Yep, like Trunks from Dragon Ball.
I always figured if the world was going to destroy New York and Japan be the first ones to go. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe it's because movies. Maybe Hollywood trying to put that shit in my brain. Either DC, New York, or
New York. I think they got the name from the Romans, the new Romans.
For real?
Yeah, like new big cities and shit. New York is like another version of the Romans. And what happened to Roman Empire? Shit all collapsed. Yeah. So New York is gonna be collapsing too. Yeah. Because that is supposed to be the new Romans.
That's supposed to be us. That means if they collapse, our society collapse.
Yep.
It's like the Romans.
Shell Shock says Ex Machina. Dude, that's a good ass movie.
I seen it once and I was like,
it's probably the deepest AI movie ever.
Yeah, I gotta watch it again. I didn't appreciate it for what it was. I liked it like from what I remember, but it was like I should have went with it with more of a sober mind because I was drinking when I went to watch the movie, so I didn't really appreciate it like that, like I should. But I've heard good things about Ex Machina, though. Like I've heard nothing bad about it at all.
It's scary, man.
Shell Shock says,
"Robot scary."
That is the plot of Quantum Leap. Yes, that's another classic show about a dude jumping around, and it's not like, and then like how, remember I told you before about how people's consciousness go like how your consciousness ends up in your younger body, and that's how you're able to travel in time or whatever. At least that's how it was in the X-Men movie. That's how it is in Quantum Leap. But the dude Sam, his body gets placed inside the body of like, say for example, one of the best episodes is where he goes back in time, and I think he ends up in a black person's body in the 1960s. And Sam's a white guy, but he's a time traveler, and he ends up in a black person's body in the 60s, and he wants to go through like the civil rights movement and shit like that. But he's like trying to prevent it. I think he might be trying to prevent Martin Luther King's assassination. It's crazy as fuck if I remember correctly, but it's like he's got episodes like that where he's placed in specific times and shit, and it's just till he finds his way home. It's a good show. They didn't bring that back.
There's actually a lot of like time traveling shows.
It's a lot, man.
Like here's the one show. It might be like on Hulu where the guy he traveled back to like JFK time.
Fucking with James Franco.
Yeah,
you told me about that. You told me about that a while ago, and I watched it. It's not bad.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
Good time travel, man. Because it's just one of them things. It's kind of like people want it to be real, but it's kind of like how the fuck would like if time travel was real, we as the normal people will be the very last ones to find out.
Yeah. Like here's another thing with John Teeter. So like he also predicted that CERN, like in 2001, he said CERN was going to be able to create artificial black holes. He said this in 2001. And CERN did that. They're doing that.
Yeah, I mean they cooking right now.
So John Teeter, he predicted everything.
He would know. He'd be like, "Yo, they're the reason why the world ended up the way it did."
He said there's actually supposed to be like a civil war too, but he prevented that from happening.
Yeah, maybe
He prevented like a civil war from happening. He told us that CERN was going to be one day they're going to be able to make a black hole. That happened in 2008. They didn't say, "Hey, we made a black hole," but I'm pretty sure they did.
They know what they're doing.
CERN is the one that's behind all this crazy shit that's happening, dude.
It makes sense if they were trying to create a black hole. Like if you're trying to do interstellar travel, then why not be able to create your own black hole? Because for one, there's no black hole anywhere near the vicinity of our Earth that would be a reasonable amount of time for us to travel to. That would take centuries, if not thousands of years, for us to get to. So how about you just take destiny in your hands and create a black hole yourself? Because humans have this weird thing more and more as time goes on. They're trying to do expansion throughout, at least within our solar system. And it'd be easier if you had a black hole. If you can use that as a gateway to like squeeze in between realities and pop up on the other end, it will save you time, distance, maybe even gas. So I think that's what might be contributing to a lot of that is. The thing is though, black holes, as they've studied a lot, has a ability to like mess around with time a lot. So like how, like in the movie Interstellar, like how they was on planets that was like very close to the black hole, time would get distorted. So every hour would be like fucking 5 years on Earth or some shit type weird stuff.
Yeah.
So time gets distorted, and that's where I think when they mess with black holes, it may kind of they be distorting time a little bit. They fucking shit up.
They're messing with time. That's why I think sometimes like days just go faster. Sometimes
So
it's like I feel like we're losing time.
I don't know if it's becoming with age or if that's just I'm noticing like, hey, this shit's abnormal.
Yeah, and like fairies, right? Like if you go into the fairy reality, their time goes by super fast too.
A fairy reality?
A fairy, like the flying fairy. Mm-hmm. Like if you put a baby in a fairyland, right? And then 2 months later, your baby come back. Your baby's a teenager.
Like Trunks.
Yeah.
Come back looking like Trunks.
They're like, what
with
the
the
long
long
hair
hair
talking
too.
about fairyland?
The long hair Trunks.
I just saw it on TV show before this podcast.
Just dropped a baby in there.
Yeah, where the fairies kidnap the dude's baby, and then the dude's like, "No, my baby." 2 months later, like, "This is your daughter," and she's like a teenager.
Hey, father.
She's like already, a bad teenager. It's like, you guys aren't my fathers.
So she comes back as an asshole.
Yeah, she's like, you guys aren't my parents.
Send her back. Send her back.
Shell Shock says, what you're describing is age in our concept of time.
Oh, is age and the concept of time. Oh, okay.
So no, that's what you're describing.
What with
what you're saying how black holes can distort time or whatever.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. Interstellar is one of the greatest movies of all time to me. At least one of my top 10 favorites. Every time I watch, I learn more and more about it. Just like little things.
You know what's crazy? What I think we are the only beings that use time as a type of construct that we follow.
It's man-made. Because how else could we? I think it's like the only way we can just like
only humans.
Because humans, this time is technically a man-made construct.
Because you think a dog give a fuck what
about
time
it is? Like, unless eat and shit and That's their time. And
Their dog will bark at 3 in the morning. It barks at 3 in the afternoon. It,
gotta eat shit. There's no
think-
time
dogs don't give a fuck about time. Only we put ourselves on that time construct.
that we create time as a construct. Now, time is. How can you really even describe the motherfucker? How can you can really describe what it is like? It's,
I say we all stop fucking looking at the clock.
man,
Just all be late for work.
You trying to do
Fuck
like
work too, man. Why are we working?
trying to be a
Shit. I'm about to hunt a damn animal and not work no more.
I'm gonna text you tomorrow. I'm like, where you at? You're like, oh, I'm at work.
They're gonna have to drag me out this house.
So I'm sitting on the train right now.
I'm quitting everything.
I'm watching a homeless dude break dance on this train, man. It's crazy. I'm like, thought you weren't going to work, Billy. What happened?
Where you at? I'm at work.
Thought you started on resistance. What's going on?
Damn, man. I was rob a bank. Yeah.
They have certain aspects of time.
Fishes don't know what time is.
Man, fish don't know what's going on.
Polar bears,
Yeah, polar bears.
they act on weather. They act on what's surrounding them, whatever is happening at that moment. They live in the moment. Animals live in the moment. We don't. We pretend like we live in the moment, but our minds are in the future.
Yeah. Oh, we
We're
stressing out
always
over
thinking about the future all the time.
or living in the past too much,
Yeah,
but never living in the present.
never. Even like right now,
yeah.
we're complaining.
Yeah, it's just, we want about bullshit tomorrow that didn't even happen yet. That's real shit, man.
Fucking humans, man. We're so flawed.
Dude, we went about the because like I remember I was reading something before. It's like when you get anxiety from thinking about the future too much, and you get depressed by thinking about the past too much. You need to learn how to live in the present, in the moment, and just like live in this realm that you live in right now. Stop thinking too far ahead. Stop thinking in the back. Just live for that moment. I was like, that's some deep ass shit.
And everybody in this chat, they're all here.
Yeah, spread the word.
They're using their time to stay here and watch us talk about time.
Time. That's their time.
That's crazy, right? That wild.
It is.
So much power, responsibility.
What do we do with all this fame?
What are we supposed to tell them?
So heavy. Nah, but real shit.
50's Try says, but they know the time of the day. Like they know when it gets
yeah,
dark.
It's dark. Yeah, same thing with cats. Like cats wake up like it's dark. Time to run around the fucking house all night and.
I think because once you
Make
put a dog
noises.
on a schedule, they start trying to think like humans.
Yeah, if you, I've seen dogs where you put them on a routine schedule and they'll kind of like they'll stick with it. Where, like when I watch my parents' dog for them and when they're out of town, and when I get up at 5:30 in the morning, they're up at 5:30 in the morning, like moving around. Like okay, they know it's shit time, it's food time, whatever they gotta do. So they got like a little, they have some concept of man-made time, but
Be like, what time is it? Worth. Oh, it's 2. Okay.
then again, dogs will eat at any time of the day anyway, so it don't matter what time you want to put them.
Yeah, they're like goldfishes.
Yeah, they're just gotta take the food away from them sometimes.
What else you got on time travel?
That's about it. I see my dad calling me. Hope it's not fucking crazy.
Daddy, no.
Daddy, no.
50 Tries says, what about wild animals? Same thing. I don't think wild animals have any concept of what time is. They're just doing shit to survive. When they get tired, they sleep. When they're about to hunt, they hunt.
No,
But I think
they
like
have a- I
other
think they might have
animals, they
some-
know what time is nighttime.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. But it's not like, okay, they're just seeing, okay, the sun's going down. Wait, we got to go find shelter for the cheetah about to eat our asshole.
Yeah, like, oh, fuck, it's getting dark. It's time
Survival.
to go.
Yeah.
That's like even with, for
See,
example.
that's like they work on their surroundings. They work on the environment and what happening at the
was
present
at the
day.
time, yeah. Outside of the environment, they don't know shit. That's like, for example, like the Arctic fox, which is fucking dope because how they hunt their prey is they grab fish. They hunt fish through over top of frozen lakes, and they use like scientists fucking humans for all our greatest things. This is one of the things I was like, how the fuck they even discover this? Arctic fox, a lot of times they use like the magnetic fields of the earth to track down their prey, like fish and shit, underneath like ice. And they'll just jump up in the air and they'll smash through that shit. And their ass will be sticking up in the air and they'll be kicking down there in the water and they'll come back up with a fish. But they use like the magnetic polings and shit to like add like kind of like pinpoint where something is at in the water. Like almost like a sonar type weird type of thing. But how the fuck do they know how to do that shit? Like
Powers.
fish and just
Yeah.
go through the fucking ice.
See, animals, man, they got so much fucking crazy skills. But then if you think about like humans,
What do we got?
we're so
I mean, we got thumbs. I mean, that's a big advantage. I ain't gonna lie.
we don't really have anything like special and shit like that.
We got thumbs, man. This shit, though, don't discount thumbs. Thumbs are
No, but we
this shit
can't do
is
like
fucking necessity.
yeah, but we can't do shit like fucking jump and headbutt like the the snow to catch fish because using the gravitational forces.
No, we just drop a grenade in that shit.
Yeah, see, we're different.
Dude, it was like our shit is more destructive. Ours is not graceful as.
Yeah, we're advanced because we got the advantage of God helping us.
Or something. Something
helping us.
Something is give us thumbs.
Because humans are the most vulnerable when they're born. So how did we not get ate up by a damn fucking wild animal in the beginning?
Also, I think we age slower than everything else on the planet.
We're supposed to be dead. I mean, we got help from something that's higher and fucking smarter than us. We got help from intelligence. I think we would not survive in the wild.
I think the only thing that ages longer than us is what, like, lobsters and turtles or some shit. But we age slow for the most part. And dogs be in and out your life, like, quick, man.
Yeah, lobsters live forever.
And lobsters are the true immortals.
50 Try says, but that's the sense of time. Yeah, animals do sense time, but I don't think they know what time is.
Yeah, as far as, like, looking at a clock, of course.
Maybe a different outlook on time, but they know what time. Yeah, they know what time to go home. Shell Shock says some owls do the same with hearing and dive into the snow.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got that sonar technology.
Owls are smart as shit. They can twist their heads, like, fucking all the way around.
50 says, I learned eagles hunt owls in the day. Owls hunt eagles at night. Oh, shit.
What?
It's like, I'll get you later.
I got you. You ever seen that video of, like...
got you later.
You ever seen that video of, like, golden eagles? They golden. I think they're called golden eagles, but they would fly like they usually fly around like mountaintops and shit. And they used to fly. They'll fly down, grab like goats by the horns,
drop them,
and they'll drop them and kill them.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Now there's a story. This is a story. This is a true story. There's a town near the mountains or whatever, maybe like Alaska, some bullshit. I don't know. But there was a golden eagle. There was golden eagles attacking kids on the way to school. They would swoop down and pick up the kids and be like just fly them up and just drop them. Just how like they was doing goats. They was
trying to break those bones.
Yo, they was dropping these kids like motherfuckers walking to school, like snatching up Timmys and shit and just dropping them and
somebody eat that kid.
Kid soup, and then they just went in.
Yeah, animals fuck us up, man. If it wasn't for all this technology,
I tell you, man.
Not just technology, but like we do have the advantage, like making weapons and.
Yeah, man, it's like that.
Animals never saw that coming.
Was that one video with the gorilla with the caterpillar and shit? Like he's like poking it.
Yeah.
I was like, what? If they had that same intelligence on the level of that a human, straight up, we were fucked.
Yeah.
They could just be smart, like, hey, we're gonna wait for.
You know, we can be fucked right now if they shut off all the power, all the electricity, everything. No more gas, no nothing. We're fucked too. Done. We're back into like dude. Animals are gonna be laughing at us.
Like, you need light to live. Internet, we don't need no internet.
Oh, they need Wi-Fi. They lost connection. They can't show them what they ate last night. Humans are dead. Yeah. We're fucked. All they gotta do is turn the lights off.
So Sock says, I saw that. Fuck them kids. Yo, them eagles were dropping. They was dropping the fuck. I think only one kid died, but he was dropping them kids out. Like, it's crazy, man. It happened in a small town. I thought it was like a joke at first when I heard it. This was like a long time ago.
50 tries to say, what's the first weapon? I say a stone.
Oh, no, man. Talking about with the apes? Oh, my God.
I think we killed each other with rocks first.
And it's crazy, too, because especially the more I watched, like, the Planet of the Apes reboot and how they communicate, they ain't got to talk. If we was going to war against apes, they'd be like, sign language. Humans don't know when to shut the fuck up. They're like, man, I got to take a shit. Hey, this is my girl Nancy at home. When we get done with fighting these war with these apes, I'm going to go home. I'm going to marry her. And then be like, ooh, I'm going to get snatched up. Because that's usually the guy that gets killed in war.
Yep.
No one's thinking about home. She should be thinking about surviving. And, yo, that spear. It's going to start with spears and then slingshots. Yo, Shell Shock said it. Slingshots right there. Slingshots. Yo, and after that.
Synfizz, a rock. Yep.
Guns.
Rocks are first. Rocks come first because that's like the hardest object that you can smash somebody's head.
Yeah, all you got to do is get close. Spear. They can throw a fucking spear.
Yep. I've done that before. Don't tell my lawyer, though.
What, throw a spear?
Smash somebody's head with a rock.
You just told him. You just told him.
Don't tell my lawyer I kill people. That's scary.
This is well built.
But you guys can't erase this episode. It's already like uploaded.
It's too late.
But yeah, we did a good 1 hour, 48 minutes.
Give or take.
Good podcast.
Bueno.
I'm not sure what we're going to do next week. Do you have any ideas for topics?
I think Shell Shock did give me something. I'm going to have to look at it again. I didn't forget it, my guy. I still have it. He gave it to me, I think it was like last Friday. I think it was like Friday night. So
what, topic?
Yeah, something I can look more into. Might be a topic.
Was it the one with the Arizona dream?
No. That's
all. Oh, different?
Yeah, whole another one. Some brand new shit. And not even I heard of this one. I was like,
what?
It's coming.
Well, let me know too so I can be prepared.
Will do.
All right, guys. Thank you everybody for joining us today. We got a lot of cool people in here today.
Hell yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. We got some old heads coming in. I see you, Terry, if you're still in here. All right, guys. So we'll catch everybody next week on Tuesday, same time, same place. Make sure you rate and subscribe. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out. Adios.
See you guys.